Hello, all Form 3 students. This is Mr. Wong. Today I would like to talk about a very important grammar item, gerunds and infinitives, which will be included in your coming exam. So, in this video, I'm going to have a revision with all of you, so that you can have a better performance in your coming exam. So let's take a very quick look. What is gerund? You can take a look at this PowerPoint. A very simple formula. We will have a verb plus ing if you want to form a gerund. For example, playing, swimming, eating. Right? So the part of speech. If we use gerunds, the original verb will be changed to a noun. Alright? So you can take a look at this slide. Alright, what is infinitives? Very easy. Actually, we have two kinds of infinitives. We have infinitives with to and infinitives without to. So in this line, you can see the bare infinitive, which is about infinitives without to. So take a look at these examples. Peter can swim. Of course, this is wrong. I think most of you will know that after modal verbs, the verbs will no change. No s, no ing, no ed, no change. Just go back to the basic form of the verb. Now let's take a very quick revision about some basic sentence structure. Take a look at this slide. I eat bananas. So this is a very basic form of sentence structure. We have subject, we have verb, and objects. Well, if we have two or more than two actions in a simple sentence, what can we do? Let's take a look at this sentence. I like eat bananas. I think most of you will know that this is wrong. Why? Because there is a very basic grammar rule about there is only one verb in one sentence. So go back to the very beginning about what we are going to talk about, the gerunds and infinitives. So what is it tackle for? So what to do if there are two verbs in the sentence to make a grammatically correct sentence? We can use gerunds or two infinitives to deal with this. Now take a look at this. Take a look at this example. Again, the same example. I like eat bananas. So in this case, we have two actions here. The first action, or you can say the first verb, is like, and the second action, the second verb, is eat. Now, I think all of you can figure out which one is the main verb in this sentence. Yes, like is the main verb in this sentence. So, we can use gerunds or two infinitives to make the second action, in this case, is the verb eat, to be the gerunds or two infinitives. Take a look at this sentence. I like eating, or I like to eat bananas. Both are correct, grammatically correct. Alright? So, the next question will be, which should I use, gerunds, infinitives, or two infinitives when we face two or more actions in a sentence. How should I decide? First, about gerunds. When should we use gerunds? A very basic concept is we can use gerunds after the following verbs. For example, admit, avoid, consider, and so on. Actually, you can check all the Chinese meaning from the dictionary by yourself. I don't go through all of them one by one. But very important is that you need to memorize all the verbs. Alright? Now, take a look at this example. The first one, do you mind closing the door? Do you mind closing the door? So in this case, when you see the main verb, mind, you should be very, very clear that after the verb mind, we should use gerund, closing, not to close. I think this case is many Hong Kong students will make this mistake. Alright, do you mind closing the door? Not, do you mind to close the door? The next example, I suggest buying a book for Dad. I suggest buying a book for Dad. Alright, you can see the main verb is suggest. After suggest, you need to use ing form. You never say, I suggest to buy a book. Alright, never use to after suggest. The last example, I dislike walking. I dislike walking. Again, the main verb is dislike. According to the list before, you can find this one, dislike. Alright, after the verb dislike, you need to use ing. Alright, so this is the first case you need to pay attention to. Now, the second one. When should we use gerund? After prepositions. Prepositions. I think most of you will know that what is the meaning of preposition. For example, in, on, at, up, by, under, and so on. Take a look at these examples. Are you interested in joining this course? Are you interested in joining this course? So you can see the preposition here, interested in. Alright, after in, you never say to join or join. You need to use gerund, join. Can you see it? Can you see that? Are you interested in joining this course? This example, my father finally decided to give up smoking. Give up smoking. Alright, you can see the preposition here, up. After the preposition up, you need to use gerund, smoking, not to smoke or not smoke. The last example, you can ask any questions by calling our hotline. By calling. This is the preposition, by. Okay? You need to use ing form, that means the gerund, after the preposition. Alright, now let's move on. When should we use to infinitives? Same logic, just like what we did in gerunds. We need to use to infinitives after certain verbs. Here are the examples. We have agree, choose, decide, hope, and so on. Again, you need to check all the Chinese meaning one by one by yourself. Alright, examples. Number one, Peter agreed to fix my computer. Peter agreed to fix my computer. Alright, you can see the main verb here, agreed. Alright, you need to use two infinitives, to fix. You cannot say Peter agreed fix my computer. This is wrong. Or you cannot say Peter agreed fixing my computer. Again, this is wrong. Example 2. Where did you decide to go then? Decide to go then. Alright, the main verb is decide. You need to use to infinitive. Where did you decide to go then? You never say, where did you decide going then? This is wrong. The last example. Mary wants to be an artist in the future. Mary wants to be an artist in the future. Again, you can see the main verb here, wants. After the main verb wants, again, to infinitive, to be. You never say Mary wants being an artist in the future. This is wrong. Alright, in some case, we can use both with no difference in meaning. What does it mean? Now let's take a look at these two examples. It started to rain, or it started raining when we arrived at the campsite. Alright, so in this case, you see the main verb is start. In this case, after the verb start, you can use either to infinitives or gerunds with no difference in meaning. Alright, that means they share the same meaning. I repeat, it started to rain, or it started raining when we arrived at the campsite. Both are correct, grammatically correct. Example 2. I prefer to go, or I prefer going to school on foot. Both are grammatically correct, with no difference in meaning, totally the same. Alright? Now you can take a look at these verbs. If you see these verbs as the main verb in the sentence, that means after these main verbs, you can use both to infinitives or gerunds. Understand? Right. On the other hand, we have some cases after the main verb, if you use gerunds or to infinitives, the meaning will be different. I think these examples, your teachers have already told you about what is the difference, the meaning. Now take a look. We were hungry, so we stopped to eat our sandwiches. The next one. We had a lesson soon, so we stopped eating our sandwiches. So what is the difference between these two sentences? If you use to, right, that means we were hungry, so we stopped to eat our sandwiches. That means you stop doing something, then continue, or you start to eat your sandwiches. Alright? On the other hand, the next example, we had lesson soon, so we stopped eating our sandwiches. In this case, that means you stop the action. You stop the action. Alright? So here are another examples or another verbs you need to memorize. After these main verbs, if you use gerund or to infinitive, the meaning will not be the same. So you can refer to page 117 of the grammar book if you want to know one by one. So the last topic is about infinitives without to, or we can say bare infinitives. This is quite simple, because most of you will know that after modal verbs, alright, you can see this term, modal verbs. Can, could, may, might, should, must, and so on. After these modal verbs, you need to use bare infinitives. That means no change. No change. For example, don't worry, I can take care of myself. I can take care of myself. You never say I can taking care of myself. Or you never say I can to take care of myself. This is totally wrong. The next example, everyone should treat animals kindly. Should treat. Alright, no change. Go back to the basic form of the verb. In that case, sometimes we need to use bare infinitives after these two main verbs, let and make. All right. Examples: my parents don't let me go out late at night. All right. You can see the main verb here, let. After the main verb let, no change. You never say let me going or let me to go. Another example, he decided to let his hair grow long. Let his hair grow long. You never say let his hair grow long. This is wrong. How about make? Peter, who made you cry? This is an example. You never say who made you to cry or who made you crying. This is wrong. The last example, my teacher made me change my mind. My teacher made me change my mind. You never say make me to change or make me changing my mind. This is wrong. Alright, I hope you can have a better understanding about this big topic, alright, which will be included in your coming exam. If you want to get more information, you can take a look at this link. Of course, you can search a lot of information about this topic on YouTube. So, hope you all the best in your coming exam. Thank you very much for your watching.